100% specific on what you want. I know a lot of people, when they come to manifesting, conscious creating, they're not really specific on what they want. And the more we ask them what they want, they'll say, well, I want to be married. I want this person back. I want to be wealthy. I want this house. I want that car. But they're not specific enough in order to get their desired end result. So we're going to figure out a way to be extremely specific, and I'm going to give you some ideas on what you need to do to be specific. This is Susie, your beautiful, fiery Swan Queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing my videos. You know I truly, truly love you. I am a life coach, and I am here to show you how to see relationships in a different way by changing relationships across the board. If you are interested in working with me one-on-one, please check out my links below. So let's talk about being specific. We all know the movie Runaway Bride. Well, most of us do. Runaway Bride stars Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. Well, she would be dating this guy, and then Julia Roberts would be getting to the altar, and then all of a sudden she would bolt and run from the wedding. And then she would date another guy, and she'd get to the altar, and then she'd bolt and run from the wedding. And she did this so many times that she became the runaway bride. Richard Gere was the reporter. So he would to interview the situation to see why this woman kept running away. And he was asking the guys that she was engaged to and ran away from at the altar questions. The last question he asked every single one of them, what kind of eggs did she like? And they all said the same as I do. Over easy, sunny side up, egg whites only, omelets. When he asked her what kind of eggs she liked, she had no clue. She had absolutely zero clue as to which eggs she liked. The relationships didn't work because she didn't know who she was, and she wasn't specific about what she wanted. Now, I tell you guys all the time, you do not need to clean up your shit. What that means is the past is the past. Let it go. Don't bring it up. Never talk it about again. Don't deal with your doubts. You're doubting something? No, it's not allowed into this reality. Let it go. Bye-bye. No more doubts. Bye-bye. Flush it out with the bathwater. Throw it in the garbage can. Toss it down the sink. I don't care what you do with your doubts, but you have to let go of the past story. Letting go is no longer talking about the bad relationship, the chaos. So you don't have to clean up your crap as long as you no longer talk about the crappy back story that is going on in your relationship. You're done. Fuck it. It's over. It doesn't have any effect on my future because I'm now creating this. And you only focus on what you're creating. Well, how can you create something if you don't even know what type of eggs you like? So you're going to get with your guy. Your guy likes your hair this way. Well, you don't like your hair this way. You like your hair this way. Or you like it back. Do you like it forward? This is for the women specifically. If you're a guy, are you going to grow your hair this long to please your girlfriend? Your job doesn't accept long hair because you have a job that requires, you work for the military. And I'm sorry, the military is not going to let the guys have their hair this long. You work for a police department, the fire department. They may not like that. A lot of police departments, fire departments, they have a no facial hair policy. So are you going to grow a beard because your girl likes a beard and, you lose your job? Because your captain calls you in or the chief calls you in and goes, yo, dude, facial hair, get rid of it. Well, my girlfriend likes it and I promised her I would grow it out. Well, it's your job or the beard. You choose. You want the beard? Bye-bye job. You want the girlfriend? Keep the beard. You choose. What do you want? That's what Runaway Bride was about. It was about her choosing what she truly desired in a relationship. So then she fell for Richard Gere. They were supposed to get married. Oh, and what happened? She was going to bolt again. She finally put it all together and figured out what she wanted. And then she went back to him with what she wanted. And she proposed with a pair of running shoes because she knew specifically what she wanted. Well, now you're in a relationship with this person and you affirmed. And I don't care whose technique you use. I prefer it was my technique, but you're affirming in this relationship. Oh, I have an amazing relationship with Jared. I have a wonderful relationship with Jared. Why am I happily married to Jared? Because Susie said so. Why am I so lucky to be in this amazing relationship with this amazing man, Jared? Because Susie said so. Why am I happily married to Jared? Because God made it happen. I'm happily married to Jared. I am so happily married to Jared. Oh my God, I feel so good being happily married to Jared. When I am focusing on that, I know what my end is. But what does happily married mean to you? A lot of people come to me and go, I don't want to be married. I want a fully committed relationship. So do I have to say the married word? No. And then they'll come back and go, oh, I want to be married. Think about it. You can't sit there and say, I like egg whites, and then you really, truly hate eggs. I am not a big fan of eggs. I eat them occasionally because my body needs protein. And every time I eat them, I'm like, oh my God, what made me think about eating these things? So if I'm sitting in a restaurant with Jared and we're ordering breakfast, he can order 3 eggs. He can make it into an omelet. He can do them sunny side up, upside down, because that's what I call them. When you flip them over, they're upside down. And he can do whatever he wants with his eggs. He can have bacon, sausage. He can have pancakes on the side. He could have potatoes on the side. He could do it with biscuits and gravy. I don't care how he eats his eggs. I'm going to order a BLT. Or I'm going to order a waffle. I might get pancakes. I could do French toast. But if I don't want to eat eggs, I'm not going to eat eggs just because my guy is sitting across the table from me. And that is a lot of what we are doing. We are constantly sitting there trying to make our person over to fit our mold instead of being who we truly are, happy with the way we are, our outlook on life. And then these guys are showing up and they're sending you a text. You didn't like the text, so you didn't respond. It was, good morning, beautiful. Well, that didn't require a response. And that's not, I want to marry you, I miss you, I love you, so I'm not going to respond. And then you get the text that says, oh, it's going to rain today. Don't forget to take your umbrella. Oh, that's just rude. Let's see, what other text could we get? Oh, I'm sitting in our favorite restaurant having a business meeting and I was thinking about you. Well, that's not a marriage proposal. He didn't tell me he loved me, so I'm not going to respond to that. And this goes on for 3 weeks. 4 weeks. The guy stops messaging you and you're all mad. You're furious at him because you didn't get the knock on the door, him on one knee with a bouquet of flowers and a ring box. All relationships, once you have separated, broken up, became distant, got ghosted. Oh my God, he still died in Susie's opinion. So that relationship that you had died. He's recreating a new relationship with you and you're going, reject, 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 because I don't know what kind of eggs I want. And then you're micromanaging what he's sending you, and then he sends you something and you don't like it. So you don't respond. And then you get all mad because this person ghosted you again because you didn't respond to his messages for 3 weeks or a month. You got to know what you truly desire. You have to be 100% specific. If you have to get a note out on your phone, if you got to get a pen and a paper, if you got to sit down with a tape recorder and sit there and say what you want in a relationship freaking do it. It's not changing them. It is you saying, this is what I want in a relationship. So you want a relationship with somebody, and you have dated guys in the past that don't have their own car. They don't have a driver's license. They don't hold down a job. So you put on your list, I want a guy who has a driver's license, has a job, and his own car. And you're affirming, he has a car, he has a driver's license, he has a job. You're coming from lack. What he's adding to your life is value, so he's successful. He's very successful. He's very responsible. That implies he has a job, he has a driver's license, and his own car. You have a woman, and you have trust issues. You don't trust any guy, and all guys are assholes, douchebags, idiots. Because you've been hurt by so many guys in the past, including this one that you're trying to get back together. So you're affirming, he's trustworthy, he's honest, he's faithful, he's supportive, he's here for me all the time, he doesn't talk to any other women. Oh, well, there's 3.5 billion, 7 billion people on the planet. They say there's more men than women. Others say there's more women than men. So we're just going to split it. There's 3.5 billion men and there's 3.5 billion women on the planet. If you're not specific, you can get any one of those. Not your Jared or your Susie. You're going to get what the universe thinks you are writing on a piece of paper. So this guy is saying, I don't want a woman with trust issues. Guess what? He's going to get a woman with trust issues. I don't want a woman who can't handle her mouth. I want a woman who's respectful. I'm not somebody who's running off her mouth and nagging me all the time. All my girlfriends have nagged me. Nah, 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 nah. Well, you're going to get a nagger because you're saying, I don't want a nagger. When you're writing your list, trust, it's not a guarantee. Trust should be earned. You give the person the benefit of the doubt. You meet this person and you're like, hey, Jared, nice to meet you. Oh, what do you do for a living? Well, you know, I am a professional. I work in an office building. You go back to lunch with your girlfriend. He told me he's a professional. He works in an office building. Well, he probably just works in a call center. He might work in the office at some grocery store, fast food chain. I don't know. Just because he works in an office building, there's restaurants and office buildings anywhere. He's just, I don't know. And then you find out 6 months later that you disrespected this guy and he owns the company. But because he has trust issues, he didn't tell you he was the owner of the company because he was afraid you wanted him only for his money. So he thought he would get to know you first, but you didn't give him a chance. It's the same thing with somebody, oh, I work in a bar. Do you own the bar? Or are you just a bartender? Are you a waiter, waitress in the bar? I mean, what? Are you a part owner in the bar? Nobody gets past that question. Oh, you work in a bar. Ick. I used to do lawn maintenance and landscaping, and people would tell me, get a real job. It is a real job. I make really good money doing it too. No, that's what teenagers do when they're in high school. They go mow people's lawns. No, it's what adults do because people can't rely on the teenagers because, sometimes they want to work, sometimes they don't because they're teenagers and they're in high school and they're playing football or soccer or baseball or basketball. They might be on the golf team, the swim team. They're studying for exams. Oh, they're out with their friends or they're too busy playing the dreaded video game because they're like this. So I was told to get a real job. So I used to tell everybody I'm a big kid. I have a paper route and a lawn maintenance route. I mow lawns and deliver papers for a living. They're like, you need to get a real job. Well, my real job made more than most people could imagine it would make. I mean, it made really, really good money. I wasn't hurting for anything. Think about what you are saying about your specific person because your list of qualifications is coming from a place of lack, not a place of, I know 100% what I want in a relationship. I want to be the number one person in this person's life because every other person has cheated on me. Lack. That means he's picking your eggs. She's picking your eggs. Even though I made breakfast in the morning, I asked you, how do you want your eggs? I ask all my clients, what do you truly desire? What do you truly want in a relationship? What are your deal breakers? Because until you know what you want, it doesn't matter if you are consciously creating, you're impressing your subconscious, which we all know I don't like, because you still are affirming something 86,400 seconds a day. And you got to know exactly what you're affirming in order to get your stuff. It's not cleaning up the past. It's knowing what you want in the now so that you can focus forward to get your end. It's not that complicated, guys. Do a little bit of work and then start telling what you want. And the more you start saying what you want, these things are going to show up in your reality quickly, easily, effortlessly, in the most fun way. I love you. Have an absolutely positively amazing day. And as always, leave me a comment and let me know how I am drastically changing your life for the better.